Yo.
Family.
What it do?
We are back.
In the building.
Yes. Webisode number
39. Webisode number 39 in the building. Got the wife back by my side because she been out.
Been in and out. And while I've been in and out, we've moved.
We got a new location.
First time in the new location.
Yeah, we got to figure it out too. Matter of fact, by the time we come back, we're gonna be made some changes even in the new location by the time we come back. But decided to do a little something different for as the location is concerned. Either way,
I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad to have her back. And let me tell y'all, like I said last week, you got to go on camera and say it. She was gone last week, not because she was mad at me.
Not last week.
Before you said that, like the week before.
It was true then.
Not the week before. It was before that. She ain't looking at me, so she must not. Are you still mad with me?
No.
Okay, then. All right. Listen, tonight, episode number 39, we're dealing with mental health.
Mental health.
Not coming to, but definitely in a home
neighborhood
near you.
Yeah.
So y'all stay locked in. We'll be right back. We got to go do this intro. You ready?
Yep.
Let's get it.
All right, yeah, there we go. Now I can see. Y'all ready to get lit? Live from Jacksonville, Florida. Vodcasting around the world.
You heard me right. That's vodcasting with a V.
We want to welcome you to the LiT TV show, where we love, learn, and leverage information together. Because what we don't know can literally take us back to the Stone Ages. Are y'all ready to get litty? Welcome your host, E.
Mama, there goes that man.
C.
The boy's smart, but he crazy.
Weston.
Right before we get ready to get started, I go on a sneezing fit. What's that all about?
I think you're allergic to the camera. And you're a photographer at that, which is weird.
I know.
Hopefully.
So pardon me, y'all, if y'all hear me. Sniffles a little bit, just sneeze.
And guess what? We got to say all that stuff we just said all over again.
Oh.
You know why they couldn't hear us?
Can you hear me now?
You should be able to hear us now. We were talking about her sneezing.
Yeah, like right before the show starts. I go on this little sneezing thing, so I'm like wondering, is it like a nervous something? And I
think she's allergic to the camera.
I don't think so.
And she was a photographer, which is so crazy. Webisode number 35, we're in the building, LiT TV, 39, sorry. We're in the building, LiT TV, the LiT TV network. I don't have any of my chat stuff up. Hopefully, Charity, you can pull it up, because I don't have any of that stuff working.
Got your back.
So while you're doing that, I'm going to say good afternoon to everyone.
I see Sisters United by Love. I see Quintez. Quintez, I've missed you.
Yeah, I was just on the phone with Quintez. When I walked in the house and kissed you, that's who I was on the phone with.
Quintez,
yeah.
Who else is there?
Who else? Y'all go ahead and hit like. Go ahead and share, share, so we can get the numbers. I don't have the chat function available tonight, so
almost there. Bear with me.
Don't know who's on and who's not.
Getting it in another place.
So we'll be able to see hopefully here soon.
All right, Anthony O'Neill is in the building.
What's up, Ayo?
Shavers is in the building. Hey, Ant. Hi, Danny.
We're trying to hold down the new location, y'all.
Temporarily.
Got some adjustments to make, like the little frizzles y'all see in the background. Y'all probably see a little lighting frizzles going on in the background. So some adjustments to make there, but
we're here.
We're in the building either way. And we're figuring it out. How you been?
I've been busy.
Busy day, right?
Busy days.
How so? Tell us about it.
Real estate has been busy. Taking on a temporary position as well. But I mean, busy is always better than bored. I hate being bored. I loathe being bored. So.
You're never bored.
Yeah,
You're going to find something to do. It doesn't listen.
No, I've been getting some good sleep days on Sunday, though.
That's true.
I have.
No, I'll give you that. That's true.
But yeah, just been busy. It's been a good busy.
Real estate.
Real estate.
House sell, house buy, what?
Have a home listed.
Okay.
Got a home listed. And I have another buyer that is possibly coming down from Connecticut.
Nice.
To buy down here. Sick of the snow up there.
Yeah.
Sick of the snow.
So he's ready to. So he's moving altogether. Not a second home.
No, it may be like a second home.
Second home.
Yeah,
okay.
for the
Summer home.
For the,
Snowbird
right.
kind of deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, things have been good.
I think one day I'm going to do the opposite. I think one day we just going to buy a house up north, and then we just going to go there during the winter.
That's too much. I can't do this.
I mean, you'd enjoy the Tennessee trip. You ain't want to come out the cold. You want to go mountain hiking and all that other crap in the cold.
Yeah, we could have the place. We could just rent up there for a week. It wouldn't be worth it.
I'm saying, like, you know how snowbirders do it because they're so used to being in the cold that they want to change?
No, but see,
I'm so used to the heat.
I was born in August, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, we got to pay some bills. As always, we give a shout out to our sponsors. We'll come back and talk about them immediately following.
What else?
Nope. We're going to pay some bills.
Business owners, is your business signed up to iShopBlack.com? This is the hottest spot for black-owned businesses and professionals. Get discovered by consumers and make more money. It's just that simple. Visit iShopBlack.com and get signed up today.
iShopBlack.com.
In this industry, taking care of all of Florida, guaranteeing 100% customer satisfaction.
Hi, I'm Dr. Nicola Garrett. Catch my show and many others on the new LiT TV network.
Hey, what up, family? It's your boy Big Phil, and listen, if you want to catch my music, videos, interviews, all type of performances from me, then you need to go to the LiT TV network. That's right, LiT TV network is coming to you straight out of Roku, straight out of Apple TV, so many other places. Y'all better look out for us. We're on our way. Yes!
Coming soon to the LiT TV network, it's Team Renew You Fitness. Exercise, nutrition, motivation, and more. Team Renew You Fitness. Team Renew You Fitness.
So, shout out to iShopBlack.com. Say it.
iShopBlack.com.
Shout out to iShopBlack.com for sponsoring the LiT TV show. If you are a black-owned business and you have a desire to see your people support your business, there's no reason you should not be a part of iShopBlack.com. I don't care if you sell
the directory.
Yeah, I don't care if you sell oils. I don't care if you're a physician. I don't care if you're a dentist. I don't care if you're a mechanic. Whatever you do, if you are a black-owned business and you do quality work, let me throw that out there. You need to be a member of iShopBlack.com. How much does it cost?
Free.
It is free to be a member of iShopBlack.com.
$3.00.
$3.00. Where'd you get that from? That's pretty good.
I just came up with it.
No, you didn't. $3.00 doesn't cost you anything. If you are a black-owned business, go fill out your profile, secure your spot so that people can find you. How are they going to support you if they don't know how to find you?
Right.
So if you're a black-owned business, no matter where you are in the country, go sign up and be a member of iShopBlack.com.
It's good stuff.
The flip side, if you are a consumer and you want to support black-owned businesses, why don't you go to www.shopblack.com and search for whatever you're looking for and go and support.
Makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me too. So shout out iShopBlack.com. Also D&T Heating and Air.
D&T Heating and Air.
Yeah.
We like them.
We love them. These are the guys who take care of us personally, our family. Anytime we have an issue or anytime we need, matter of fact, when we needed a brand new unit, brand new system installed.
The thing was conking out in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Had to fix that.
In Florida.
But
she says she loves the heat because she's born in August.
Do.
Here we go. Yeah. You should have, listen, y'all should have been here. It was like, we got to do something. We got to do something. We got to do something. I can't stay here.
The kids are upstairs and it's hotter upstairs and I don't need them suffocating.
It was about the kids. Right. So D&T Heating and Air, premier air conditioning and heating company in the Northeast Florida as well as Southeast Georgia area. Not just residential, commercial. They actually did things for the church as well. They are a phenomenal heating and air company, and we salute them. Thank you for supporting iShopBlack.com. And then the last one, not iShopBlack.com, LiT TV show. Then the last one. The last one, LiT TV Network.
LiT TV Network.
I'm so excited about this. A lot of good stuff coming to the LiT TV Network. Yes, goodness, man. Yes, goodness. I'm so excited. A lot of the people I know, a lot of people I don't know, but they are all joining the LiT TV Network. And keep this in mind. We're in a soft launch phase for content only. Mm-hmm. After we've filled it up with the content and people have their shows and their places and the ministries they're cooking and all the other stuff that's going on there, then we're doing a 90 to 120 day launch to the public. That's when it gets really fun because everything from our celebrity friends to strategic relationships, you'll start hearing about iShop. Why can't we want to say iShopBlack.com?
I don't know.
The LiT TV Network. For some reason, iShopBlack.com is in my head.
Sorry, did I do that?
Yeah. The LiT TV Network will be the premier spot to go and catch 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, dope, innovative content, creative content, all loving, leveraging, and learning information together.
Let me ask you this.
Yep.
So can they get the LiT TV Network on their televisions right now?
Yes, you can actually get it right now. There's filler content there now, so you can go get some content now. But I would encourage you, after Sunday, you'll probably not see the same thing after Sunday. But right now, you probably, if you sit and watch for maybe 5 or 6 hours, you probably see the same thing come back because it's just filler content right now as we fill in spots and spaces with the content creators. But yes, you can go on the Roku. If you have a Roku device, you can go to the channel store. Just simply go over to the channel store, put in the LiT TV Network, and it will show you the LiT TV Network app. You just download it to your Roku device. If I say Roku, she has a fit. Roku device, and you can watch what's playing live right now. Also,
what's that?
If you do not have a Roku device, but you want to catch the content, go to www.litvnetwork, LiT, NETWORK, I think I can spell, litvnetwork.com, and you can catch what's playing there currently live. So it's exciting, man.
Yeah, it is
exciting.
It's coming along quite nicely.
I'm excited just to see where God is taking it. Shout out to my partner, Michael Grubbs.
Who's on tonight?
Who is he? Oh, is he on? Oh, Mike. Peace. But yeah.
Good stuff. I'm ready.
I'm pumped about it. Tonight we're talking. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak to the audience who's speaking to us. Sisters United by Love says, yes, I see Rosalind's artwork in the background. Nice. Mike Grubb says, evening, family.
What's up?
And M. Weems says, good evening, everyone. Danny Shaver's on point. Mike Grubb, so excited. So
yeah.
we're excited about everything
we're
that's
excited about,
going on.
Yeah, we're
Looking
excited about it,
to
man. Thank y'all for support and continue to support, continue to pray. Continue to, speak it up. Continue to talk it up. If you come across, I'll say this: if you come across somebody that, has a short film, a documentary, somebody who has a nice vlog or a YouTube show, Facebook show or what have you, Instagram show, and you think that they would be a good fit, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate to send them to info, I-N-F-O, at litvnetwork.com, and they can email them and listen. Somebody from the team will reach out and get them situated. I'm excited about the team. We got a dope team too as well. I use the word dope all the time because that's just my way of saying hot. I could say lit, but I ain't that old. I ain't that young. So lit, even though it's the LiT TV network, I sound real crazy saying everything lit. So my term is dope. All right, Charity, you got some news?
I do have some news.
Let's get to the news.
Yeah.
You know how I do it. Now it's time for the news with Charity. Go! Let's go!
So by now, I think everyone has heard that Tiger Woods was in a car crash, really bad car accident. And so there's a lot of questions surrounding the fact why the cops did not take a sample of Tiger Woods' blood after the crash. But the fact of the matter is there was simply no reason for them to do so because there was no evidence that Tiger was impaired at the time of the crash. Because we do recall back in 2017 where there was the incident with the DUI in another bad car accident. So law enforcement sources tell us that there were no drugs or alcohol inside of Tiger's vehicle, nor did he show any signs of impairment when he was pulled out of the wreckage. In fact, cops said that he was awake and alert on the ambulance ride over to the hospital, so he wasn't totally out of it by any means. So beyond that, if cops want to draw blood, they have, because to see if someone's under the influence, they have to have a warrant to do so, and for that, they need probable cause, so none of which existed in Tiger's situation this time around. So again, there was no evidence of impairment. All evidence indicates that Tiger was in a rush and that he was going too fast on a treacherous road and lost control of his vehicle. I think it was Dr. Oz, maybe, who did a report and that said that Tiger's career is not over due to this accident. But Tiger, we wish you well and hope that you get better soon. In other news, Kim Kardashian made sure she stood out on her first night out as a single lady in a skin-tight dress and nothing on her ring finger. So Kim, along with her sister Courtney and some other individuals, were hanging out in Beverly Hills Tuesday night, and Kanye's ex sure did look ready to mingle. Now, even though she wasn't wearing her wedding ring, Kim was blinged up just a bit to accessorize with a super cool neon dress, and she looked pretty happy hanging out with her friends. So, of course, her outing comes just days after the story had broken that she filed to divorce her husband of 7 years. And this was after several turbulent months that started right after Kanye had announced his run for president. But she, however, seems to be committed to living her best life, even despite that fact. So, Kim, there we have it. Now, in tech news, TikTok is to pay $92 million to settle a class action suit over theft of personal data. So they have agreed to pay $92 million to settle dozens of lawsuits alleging that the popular video sharing app harvested personal data from users, including information using facial recognition technology without consent, and shared the data with third parties, some of which were based in China. Now, guys, we download things all the time. And, I know the article, we're partly to blame because we download things all the time and we don't read those end user agreements. We just say, yes, put it on my phone and do what you will. However, there have been some ramifications for TikTok doing that. And I don't know, maybe you'll get some information about how that lawsuit is going to go down and you might be able to get a piece of the pie. But there you have it. That is your news that you can barely use.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to play the commercial again. So let's get those off of there. All right. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but your camera was doing something weird. Your camera kept flickering. I don't know why, but it kept flickering for some reason on the screen. So I need to take a look and see what's going on with that. But at any rate, listen, y'all, I don't do TikTok, but I don't read the agreements either. She's right. Like, all these apps on my phone, who's going to, let's be honest, It's 5 pages, 10 pages, 20 pages.
Tiny 1, 2, 3, 20 with
like,
ABC and then the little I and then the.
Who's going to read all of that? Probably should, though, because we could have very well given the rights to share our information. And then let me say this. There's another thing that you got to watch out for. And this hit me the other day. I think Yvette Andrews. What's up? Yvette Andrews, my mother in the building. What's going on, family? So listen, I think that another issue, and this is not our topic tonight, but I just want to, while we're here, talk about it. Mm-hmm. So do you know how, like, all of the apps now are asking for permission to integrate with each other? So in other words, like I can, right. So what you do is when you say yes, you're thinking you're using it for one reason, but it has permission to go through all your stuff on that app, that other piece of technology. So for an example, if I wanted to let Zoom connect with YouTube, I have to give Zoom permission, full rights permission to do anything that I can do with my YouTube account. And we don't really think about that as well. So not only we're giving permissions on the front end, but we're giving permissions to permissions.
Yeah. It's getting pretty out of hand.
Scary.
Very.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank y'all for rocking out. This is the LiT TV show. We are live in the building. Tonight we're talking webisode number 39, mental health.
In a home.
Near you.
Near you.
And I'll tell you this, that is a reality. And I originally was thinking, maybe we should make it about our community, but mental health affects the world.
Yes, it does.
Not just our community, it affects the world, probably affects us a little greater in some capacities, but it is a major. I was reading a statistic the other day that said that 1 in 4 Americans suffer from some type of mental disorder, or has had some type, maybe not currently, or has had some type of mental disorder in their lifetime or will suffer.
Well, let's define what is mental health.
Let's do it.
So mental health, and this is coming from the mentalhealth.gov website. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Like,
it is. No, that's real talk.
Yeah.
It is, I often say this, why is it that we think that, whenever we want to make any aspect of our lives better, we have to get help or exercise that area?
What do you mean?
In other words, like, in order for your body to not get sick, you have to do things to help your body maintain a constant level of
equilibrium.
I wasn't gonna say equilibrium, but that's a good one. A constant level of
normalcy.
I'll go with that. But there was another word. There was another word I was looking for. Optimalness.
That's not a word.
No. Okay.
Oh, whatever.
To be its best.
Okay.
How about that? But when it comes to the brain, the mind, we think that we don't have to do anything to keep it running optimally.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Y'all see what I have to deal with. And so mental health is so vital to every individual's.
Yeah, young.
Every individual's.
And old and
quality of life. Quality of life.
Yeah, it could stem from so many different things, though.
So what are some of the things that you guys? I know that there's traumas, that
trauma.
Yeah, and trauma could be.
It could be a life experience.
A life experience. It don't have to be something necessarily where a person passes or an accident. Trauma could be
abuse.
Abuse. Yeah. Trauma could be nothing happened to you, but you saw something at a young age. Traumatic. Right. Like kids seeing somebody get their brains blown out. That's trauma at a young age. Or kids seeing their parents be abused.
Right, abusive relationships. Yeah, that's traumatic.
Yeah, that's traumatic.
Those are traumatic events, and it could be something happening physically to the person as well.
Right.
That causes that. Biological. It could be brain chemistry.
It could be a chemical imbalance.
Chemical imbalance.
Yeah, that causes trauma. Not necessarily trauma. It's still trauma. It's still considered trauma.
Yeah, that stems,
Let me
to
say this too, real
mental
quick,
health.
like just to put a disclaimer: we are by no means physical,
any means.
psychiatrists, sociologists, psychologists. None of that.
I do not have a license.
We do not have a degree.
Master's degree in business. I took one psychology class, but I don't have any commas behind that.
Anything we're discussing tonight is a matter of conversation and personal opinion.
Please consult your physician.
That's exactly right.
All of that good stuff.
We do not even pretend to diagnose anything or to give prognosis to
Probably
anything.
should have brought somebody on.
It would have been good, actually. And I know there's plenty of people who are licensed. Miss Jackie probably would have been good. Miss Jackie.
And I was thinking about Miss Washington.
Miss Washington would have been great. Yeah. We know plenty of people who are licensed and could speak to these things. Is she really? Yeah. And she's supposed to be on the show.
Licensed. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Well, we may do a follow-up show because it's such a major component in our community and in the world that we should be all trying to be better mentally, more healthy mentally. You don't really see much. I mean, they're starting to do a lot now. You said Taraji P. Henson has.
Taraji does a show on Facebook about mental health.
Right.
And I'm not sure why she became, such an advocate for it, but I'm not sure. But she's been doing a lot of it lately.
Charlemagne the God.
He's an advocate.
He's an advocate, wrote a book about it. There's starting to seem to be a lot more dialogue.
Awareness
surrounding it.
I was going to say, too, another avenue that it could stem from is family history.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There is so much, that play into the psychology, our mental health. And that's why it's so important that you pay attention to it. It's not what you do, it's why do you do it? We have done things for so long and we never really questioned why. We've just assumed this is the way I am. This is how God made me. But a lot of the things we do is based on stemming from something that we've experienced in our past that has shaped us and molded us into the way that we act or react to circumstances and situations. Not only that, y'all, I'll tell you this: when you take mental illness, and then what people tend to do to handle different illnesses is they usually medicate it, and they medicate it with some type of drug or alcohol or some type of activity that gives them the release that they're looking from whatever the pain, whatever the issue that they're dealing with. But then when you add that on top of it, it doesn't help. You get a lot of what we on the outside looking in say, that person's just crazy, or but you don't know what they have gone through. You don't know what they're running from. You don't know their experiences. And that's why it's so important for us to have patience with people. It's so important for us to not throw in the towel on people so quickly.
Right, that's true.
It is so important for us to learn to love people through where they are and what they're going through.
That's real. I've hung with some interesting people.
Yeah.
You know people.
I know plenty.
People.
I know. Yeah.
And
yeah.
People would often, I'm sure they would say, well, why is she with them? But I always tell people that, and I'm sorry I'm using the word people so much, but I like people. I don't care, and these people have had some things to go on, but and they're people are just people.
Right.
And you just love on people where they are. I don't exclude them or anything like that, but some people do.
You ever ask yourself, why do you respond and react the way you respond and react? Why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you think the way you think? And many times, if we were to get down to the root of it, it's stuff that have been handed to us through trauma, usually through trauma or some experience that we've had, some ideology that has been given to us. And for those of us who can control that aspect of our lives, oftentimes we think we're sane. And we look at others.
Wait, is that too loud, Auntie?
What's going on?
She says she hear music in the background. Is that intentional? Yeah.
Yes. Is the music too loud though? Let me know if it's too loud. It's really low here. It's bed music, but yeah, the music should be playing.
Bed music.
Yeah, bed music.
That's what they call it.
Yeah, bed being the underlay. You learn something new. It's called bed music in film and in television.
Okay.
Don't play with
me.
Don't play with me. Auntie, let me know. Auntie, let me know if it's too loud. We'll take the music down some.
Okay, focus.
But we have to be patient with people.
Yes.
And then I'll say this too. In our community, using us now, in our community, therapy, counseling, mental health is a stigma. You crazy people go to the doctor for mental stuff. And that is just a lie. We're so much better physically, emotionally, psychologically when we get conversation with people who are able to stimulate the mental aspect of who we are. You are not your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have help,
right,
you will become your thoughts.
Yes, true.
Go ahead.
Now listen, I talked to somebody before in the past, and when I tell you I was on the couch, lady had me drawing circles and putting lines in the circles and writing stuff here and putting names there, and I'm like, wow, just the way she helped me look at some things that happened in the past and people and places and it was very, very much needed. Very good. Helped me to see things a little bit differently. Glad I did.
Mike Grubbs, that's right. Bed music. You learning something too. I'm teaching you too today. You learning something today too. Bed music, BED. That's exactly right. That's what it's called, bed music. Mike, is it too loud? What did she say? Is it too loud?
Oh, she says it is competing with you both and it's winning. Well, we don't want that.
That's why we ask.
Well, why you hadn't said something up until now?
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and take the music down a little bit.
Let me see. A little bit more.
Well, it's not time. You get.
I know. I'm there.
Now you're there.
All right.
Still out? No. Let me hear.
Testing, y'all. Testing.
What about now? You check it now. I don't get no much lower than that. Better?
Better. You tell me. You like stuff loud. But we can't really, I couldn't tell. On our end.
Yeah, you can hear me.
All right.
I was talking real loud. All right, so sorry about that. We, again, we moved all this stuff up to the new location. We got to get it all pumping back right the way it's supposed to be.
You can come down a little.
Come down on the music.
I don't know. That's what Mike said. Kia says that's low enough.
Thank you, Kia. Kia, thank you. Kia on my side. Kia, thank you. The rest of y'all just need to get y'all eardrums waxed out. Get that wax out.
Where were we?
So, mental, I like that. It says mental health and wellness. There's a wellness to mentally being healthy. There's a wellness. People walk around every day looking good, but not well.
Mm-hmm.
People walk around every day smelling good, but not well. And there's something, I said this the other day, and it was really good. I was in a clubhouse room, and I said this in the clubhouse room, and it was really revelation for me as I said it. You know, isn't it amazing, y'all, that God took your body and placed your eyes in your body so that you can see all the beauty of the world. You can experience all the beauty that is in this lifetime, but the one thing you cannot see is yourself. And then in order to see yourself, you have to use help. You have to get help to see yourself. And then when you see yourself, it's through a mirror and you can only see the outside. It's amazing that we walk around and we get up in the morning to make sure the outside is presentable, but we never check to make sure what's in us, the part that's not seen, is well. So we got a lot of people who are ill but look fine.
That's true.
A lot of people who are dying inside but look lively. And so it is a very, very, very necessary conversation and thing. And I suggest all of us, I said us, everybody, pay attention to the mental,
signs.
not just, can you name some warning? Not just, what would be some warning signs of a person, who not warning signs for somebody else, but warning signs for myself that, hey, I may need to go and try to deal with, something from my past or something that I'm going through even right now. People are not just dealing with their past. Some people are going through things literally right now.
Yeah. One big thing to take note of is when people start to isolate themselves.
So isolation is cutting off, separation
from family, friends, sleeping too much or not sleeping enough. Some people not wanting to pull themselves out of the bed every day.
No desire,
no get up, no go, no drive, nothing that excites them to do anything.
Now, we're not talking about somebody who didn't get enough sleep and they're just tired and restless.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah, that was you, definitely. But we're talking about, this has been going on 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, several days, a month, nobody heard from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You locked up in the room. That's a good one.
Some things, like having unexplained aches and pains,
So are you telling me that our mental health and wellness affects our physical body?
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely affects the physical body.
Wow.
You just out of nowhere, your body just start. And again, we could probably get a professional to explain some of this a little bit better.
Sure.
But where we're getting the information is coming from, the nationalmentalhealth.gov site. So these things can just be manifest in your body. Let me put a pin here. The number, go ahead and take the number. I'm going to announce it twice or another time before the show is over. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Should have had it up on the screen.
National Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
Yes, it is 1-800-273-8255. So 800-273-TALK. 800-273-TALK. If you guys know anyone, that may be exhibiting some symptoms, of having some mental health problems or, just you feel like they may need to talk to someone, there's the Suicide Prevention Lifeline.
I'm put it up on the side while you're doing it.
And then there's also the Veterans Crisis Line as well. There's two different ones. There's the Veterans Crisis Line. So actually, it's the same. So for the Veterans Crisis Line, you dial that same number and press 1.
What's the number again?
It's 800-273-TALK. TALK.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. What is happening?
That's me making mistakes. Give me the number. 800 what?
800-273-8255.
800-273.
8255.
8255.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to be liquid. Liquid means I can make this happen even while we're on live. All right, that's kind of.
So some of the other signs, if they're feeling helpless or hopeless, smoking, drinking, or using drugs more than usual, feeling unusually confused, forgetful, angry, upset, worried, yelling or fighting with family members and friends. There's just a lot of hearing voices even, or believing things that aren't true, thinking about harming yourself or others. The list is pretty extensive.
1-800-273-8255, correct? Mm-hmm. Suicide prevention hotline. There's always help. There's always hope. It is never the end.
Right.
It is never a reason good enough to end it all, ever. And so there's always hope. And these are the people you contact. We just trying to, discuss what needs to be discussed. And that is mental health is very, very important. Mental illness is very, very real. All right. So what else?
Yeah, I was saying to myself this morning, to piggyback off of what you said, I was just outside having a cup of coffee and just looking at the sky, just, admiring the day. And I wanted to, if somebody was there, I would have said, I feel good. I would have said that out loud, but that's exactly what I was thinking. And then I was also thinking in my mind, I'm like, wow, life is good. So then I went to thinking, is it good for everybody? I was like, well, what about the people who have dealt with losses and COVID? Or what about the person who has cancer? Even still, life is good.
Yeah.
It is
always the way I always articulated it is this. It is always not as big as our minds want to make it. We have the propensity to make our perspective the perspective. Mm-hmm. We have the propensity to make our world the world. And it's not. It is just going on within us. And our minds will tell us nobody loves us when there's tons of people who do. I mean, it's just, it is not as big as our minds will make it, because to us, we're the center of our universe. Everything circles around us in our minds, in our world. Let me read a few things that have been said here.
Yeah,
people have been talking like big time. You might have to go all the way back up. Counseling has and continues to keep me. This is Shanikra. Thank you, Shanikra. Shanrika. I can't see this little phone. Shanrika, sorry.
Counseling has and continues to keep me free from past pain. I scream from the mountaintop. Please give it an honest try, and your life will open up. I believe it.
Come on, Shanrika. Counseling has and continues to keep me free. And here's the crazy thing about it: the freedom was already locked up inside of you. The counselor, let me tell you what a counselor does. The counselor just gets you to talk.
Yeah.
The counselor doesn't have an answer. All the counselor's going to do is get you to talk so you might hear you. Mm-hmm. That's really all that's going to happen, because the answer's already locked inside of us. And we just have to have an opportunity to talk. That's it, man.
Lock
that's
that key.
It. What's the next person say?
Suicidal thoughts. Kia, yeah, that is definitely a sign. Wait.
Kia pronounced, Kia. Yep. Suicidal thoughts. Yep.
Meeting people where they are is key, says Danny. Yes.
Come on, Danny. Right where they are. Meet them where they are. Listen, there's so many disorders. Like, we couldn't even, it would take a whole show or more to even go through just listing them. Do you know how many mental disorders there are? Mm-hmm. There are so many. Some we wouldn't even have a clue. There's relationship disorders. There's parental disorders. I mean, there's just so many. But meeting people right where they are, and not judging, and not belittling, or not dismissing. You know what I mean? But meeting them right where they are. I think that's huge.
Yeah, and not every day, often I talk to someone that I know that I'm very much aware has something going on. And, I talk and I listen and I laugh, and my son says, you know, when you talk to them so often, you probably, you know, you make their day. I know you made their day, you know, when you talk to them. Somebody
has to.
Has to,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It's not a chore or laborious.
Yvette Andrews says also mental health is just a moment always away from all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything can trigger or set it off. Yeah.
That's why that's the title of the show. Mental health in a home
near you. It's even if you don't suffer from it, that doesn't mean you won't at some point. And it doesn't mean that you don't have a family member or someone near you,
right?
Or a coworker or a friend. And we don't know we're not clinicians,
Mm-hmm.
so we can't diagnose. You can't diagnose. So we just think they just going through something. They just, or they had too much to drink, or they,
right.
They just
writing
always,
it off.
yeah. And we dismiss so easily. But you're exactly right. From being in one thing can set you off from being in a state of confusion. Quintez, which this is actually Crystal, because I see she said this is Crystal on the bottom of that. What's up, Crystal? Depression can be
insidious.
Yeah.
Always around,
Yeah.
but hard to identify until it's too late or taken over.
I just said that literally. Yeah. So we have to meet people right where they are. We have to love on people regardless. We have to approach life and people, and I'm speaking to myself even in this, from a put myself in their shoes versus being the one on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
We want grace, but we're not willing to extend grace. We want people to understand us, but we're not understanding. The thing that we desire from people, we don't give to people. And so when you put yourself in their shoes, then you look for the thing that you would want, and you give that to them.
Yeah, I had put on my Facebook story one time, and I really love this quote that I heard someone say. It says, "The light in me sees the light in you, but the darkness in me also sees the darkness in you." Like there's light, there's good.
Yeah.
There's also darkness. And so when you know what I'm trying to say, somebody else is dealing with something, just know it could be you.
Yeah. I know this ain't a Bible show, but I can only do what's in me. And what comes to mind is, let any man that thinketh he stand take heed, lest you also fall, which simply means that, hey man, it's closer than you think. It ain't just affecting them or something they're dealing with or going through. Like, it's in our house too. You just may have not experienced it yet, or you may have, keep it under control. It's in our house. I don't have no problem with saying I got mental health issues. Yeah, I do.
Oh, I'm messing with you.
I do. Yeah. I'm That's why everything for me is mental, because I realize that, if not, then thoughts trigger stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not careful, you'll react and respond to things that really you shouldn't even react. Here's a easy way to tell when you're not strong mentally, and there's a weakness or illness there. If you get on the other side of situations all the time, and then you can see clearly what you should have did when you was in the situation, many times that shows you that, hey, that the mind is not really where it needs to be, and it needs some strengthening or some sharpening is what we call it. And there's so many things, and we're gonna talk about that. There's so many things that we can do. Counseling is always number one. Therapy is always number one. We always push. Go see someone. Go talk to someone. It does wonders.
Yes.
It does wonders. It really does. And it don't have to be necessarily that you got to go use your insurance and go sit. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody that will be a good ear to listen, may not give you any advice, just listen. And then sometimes you need to go to somebody who's going to tell you not what you want to hear, but the things you need to hear. And that works just as well. But we always push therapy. first. Is there any other things, or is this
Yeah.
more? There's more people.
Yeah, and I don't know if you were going to talk about this next, but we talked about therapy. Now, then there's also the medical side of it, medication side of it, which leads into Mama Yvette's next statement. She says some of the medications can cause an imbalance in the brain. Now, I've witnessed this firsthand, which is why I'm so anti-med, but they prescribe a lot of the meds, calling it a prescription cocktail. You get this cocktail of meds that's supposed to balance you out,
Right.
but it really just screws you up even worse
And causes the chemical imbalance.
So don't let me deter you from taking your meds. I'm not that person. I'm just giving you my personal opinion.
There is mental illness attached to over medicating.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of people who have found themselves because of the medication. And let me tell y'all this, man. And again, we're just speaking our opinion and our thoughts. We're not licensed in any way. And we're not saying that we are against medication, so on and so forth. But Charity, you remember that Greed? We watched American Greed.
American Greed. Mm-hmm.
And it was based on a pharmaceutical company.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And for profits, they were pushing this particular drug like nobody business.
Like nobody's
They had doctors. They had doctors all over the country.
And we're going to get to y'all comments.
Yeah, we're coming. They had doctors all over the country, y'all. And guess what the doctors were doing? The doctors were prescribing the medicine, this particular pain medication that's so many times stronger than doggone morphine.
And it was the drop under the tongue.
You spray it under your tongue. You spray it under your tongue. And it was an opium, right?
Opiate,
yeah. And get this, the doctors were paid a speaking
I can't think of the word. Yeah.
I'll just say stipend. Speaking stipend for every time that they pushed or prescribed, I should say. And pushed is the word, to be honest. The medication, promoted and it got so bad, y'all got to go see it. It's just mind blowing. It got so bad that the doctors, now these are the ones that the people are going and they trust. You got your doctor, you trust your doctor, you're going to your doctor every week or whatever. These people are in major situations needing this pain medicine and they're telling the doctor, I go to sleep. This stuff has got me sleep for 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. I'm doing hallucinations, because they're taking so much of it and they're getting hooked on it, right? Because it's like morphine where now they want more of it. Mm-hmm. And they're asking, something's not right. I'm asking to come off of it. And the doctors are saying, you come off of this, we will no longer, you will no longer be our patient no more.
We can't see you.
Oh my God. Blew my mind.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So you got people out here dealing with mental illness because
another time and
not this show.
Not this show.
All right, so what?
Sisters United by Love says, but that what we can notice, but okay, what? But if you are having empty or hopeless most of the time,
talk to someone.
Empty or hopeless most of the time.
Yeah, she's saying, but that's what we can notice. So if it's something that we can notice, but then if let's say there's no symptoms we can notice, but you notice that you're feeling empty,
right,
hopeless, you need to go and talk to someone. And that's all of us. That don't mean you're crazy. That don't mean you're something wrong, not normal. That's normal. Believe it or not, all of us at some stage, age and stage of our lives, we go through it. And so it is not, don't feel weird or feel like something wrong with me. No. That is normal, especially in America. In America, I'm surprised that the number's not higher. As much trauma as think about all the stuff on TV you see. That's traumatic in and of itself. I'm surprised that it's not greater.
Yeah. Kia says so many of our youth are dealing with mental health, particularly being accepted in this world of social media.
Now,
oh
Kia,
my gosh.
Kia, that's a whole nother show, because we could literally talk about social media and how social media causes mental. You know how many suicides are directly connected to social media and teens?
Yeah.
The numbers are alarming.
It's tough. You know,
it's alarming.
We watched and we mentioned this in a few episodes back about the social dilemma.
Social dilemma.
That's playing on Netflix.
Yep.
And there was a girl, you know, a young teenage girl looking in the camera, and you know, good comments were coming through as people liked and commented.
And she's smiling, she's enjoying
and
it.
everything. But then somebody said something about the big ears.
About
and,
her ears.
You know, she started crying. The way they said it, they said we are, as humans, we are able to take on a certain level of criticism. You know, right here dealing with people, but millions
of people.
Yeah. You know, if y'all seen Wreck-It Ralph, he said, "Do not read the comments. Don't read the comments."
Yeah, when you got millions of people talking about you, laughing at you, creating memes about you, you know, it's tough. That's tough for an adult. Right. That's tough. These celebrities can't even deal with it.
Michael Jordan got sick of seeing that one of him going around crying.
I'm just saying. I mean, the grown celebrities can't deal with it.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is with these, you know, teens whose brains hadn't even fully developed yet? Yeah. No, kid, that was very good. Quintez Nelson or Crystal, I don't know which one is making that statement. We try to see a therapist for our marriage even when things are good for maintenance purposes.
Right.
No, that's very healthy. That's very healthy. We used to do it. We need to get back to it. We haven't done it in a long time. I need to be the one to take the lead on it because she ain't mad with me right now. So I need to go get some counseling before she get mad again, because she suffers from. Yes, y'all pray for me. But no, this has been better than I even thought.
It's been good.
This has been some good conversation. We just had this conversation, Charity, is what Danny is saying.
Yes, we did. And Sisters United by Love says our culture sometimes plays a part of us not seeking help. I'm so glad that those things are being changed. Yes, and I'm glad that you have people like Taraji talking about it.
Yeah.
And even Red Table with Jada
Pickett. Yeah.
You know, they do talk about that a lot.
Yeah. And they usually have a mental health person at the table too.
So I'm just glad more people are talking about it.
I'll tell you what, because I've enjoyed it, and we were very surfacey because we can't. I mean, we're not licensed, so we can only go so far. And Charity brought up bringing on someone. I think that we're going to do that. I think we're going to bring somebody in so we can go deeper. You know what I mean? And then we may even, we may even open up the phone lines and have people call in just to ask a question, because it's just good. I think it's just good to have healthy dialogue, healthy conversation. So many people are looking for help, and then just don't know where to find it or afraid to reach out. And sometimes your friend isn't the help you need. Sometimes talking to that same friend, who fuels the negative emotions or thoughts is not good. Sometimes you need to go to somebody who's licensed, somebody who's been to school for this and can properly diagnose what it is that you're dealing with, because sometimes friends can't.
Now, there are some ways to maintain positive mental health.
That's what I wanted to get to, yeah.
For one, we just talked about getting the professional help you need. Yes, but you can also connect with others. Yes, don't isolate yourself.
Sometimes, can I say something on that, what you just said? Sometimes we need new circles.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need new circles. Sometimes we just need to get into a fresh environment. Environment's everything.
Right.
Environments dictate thoughts. And when you're in a fresh environment with positive-minded people, you have no choice. Like, here's what happens if you are a negative person in a positive environment. Either you're going to become positive or you're going to get out of that environment. One of the two, you're going to leave.
Right.
You're not going to stay negative in a positive environment. So sometimes you just need to get in a better circle where you can constantly be around people who are encouraging, who are just, and they're not encouraging you. That's just their nature. They're just positive and encouraging people, and it automatically lifts your spirit as well.
Yep. Make sure you get enough sleep. Make sure you get enough sleep. These are just some simple things to maintain.
What if you can't sleep because of the mental war that's going on? There's people who stay up all night because they're left to their thoughts when they do get ready to lay down and go to sleep.
That's true. But I mean, I can attest to just getting enough sleep, period. Because like the other day, I burned the midnight oil working on some things and like really late and got up early. And when I tell you my nerves were bad that next day, I felt bad. I'm snapping off and I'm like, what is wrong? I just need to get some sleep. Took a 2-hour nap, overslept, came back feeling like I could take on the world.
Good to go.
And I told Rosalind, I'm like, oh my gosh, sleep is amazing. So
getting the proper
sleep,
rest.
Getting the proper rest.
Yeah.
Getting physically active. And when I tell y'all, start with this.
Exercise.
Start with this. When I exercise, when I've gotten off my treadmill, when I have taken my run, feels like I have taken a medicine. I feel just like a natural high. I feel clear. It's just amazing what physical exercise can do.
We don't do it enough.
We don't do it enough.
So get this. So I believe that there's a direct connection between the gut and the brain.
Direct correlation.
Right? And what we do is we feed the gut and we never exercise. So that unhealthy gut makes its way to the brain. And not only do we begin to feel bad mentally, but we begin to feel bad physically.
And then it just spirals out of control from there.
Right. So exercise is vitally important. And you know what? Maybe you can't exercise. Go for a walk. Get out of the house. Get some fresh air and some sun.
Vitamin D.
And just enjoy the beauty that God created, for you to live in and I to live in. Just go for a walk. That does wonders. Getting the blood flowing.
Right.
Does wonders.
And, one other thing, and we'll get ready to wrap it up, but helping others, can sometimes pull you out of a funk. Here recently I've done some things for some people and it's just giving period or helping period just makes you feel good. Do something for someone, help somebody.
I'll tell you what, and tell you how, and again, this ain't a Bible show, but how God works in my life. Whenever I'm dealing with something, it never fails. Whatever I'm dealing with, somebody's going to come along dealing with that I need to give a word to or help or whatever. And and this is what Sisters United by Love is saying, as I'm giving to them, I'm actually giving to myself. So if I'm dealing with anger issues or love, abandonment, whatever, 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to come along dealing with that I need to minister to or give a word to or encourage.
Yes.
And it's kind of difficult to give that to them and then stay in the same funk myself.
Right. And Shanrika, let me back up because I guess you were saying this before I said it, but Shanrika said exercise can help. Journaling. I didn't say that. Journaling.
That's a good one.
Yes. My daughter journals a lot.
That's her calling, dude.
Calling me right
Literally
now.
just call.
And she told me when I was in the funk a little while ago, she's like, why don't you just get your journal out and write? Like, you know what? You're right. Journal.
So that's getting what's in, out.
Out, yeah.
Right? Especially toxicity.
Yes.
Toxicity. Oh, y'all, it's my English teacher. Especially things that are toxic.
Yeah.
Right? Many times just writing that stuff, writing your thoughts, writing the negative ones, right? And just getting them out by putting ink to paper.
Write your feelings.
Yeah. You know what crazy thing is? And you guys have been, that's why women are generally, this is probably not a real statement, but I'm throwing it out there, generally more mentally stable than men at an early age because y'all
we're more sane.
Generally, and it's probably not a real statement is what I said. But y'all from a child up, you've been diaries and you've just been used to writing your thoughts. We out here kicking a ball and breaking stuff and trying to put it back together. Y'all out here deep, writing down your emotional thoughts. Women are so prepared for life by the time y'all got easy bake ovens. You've been to learn how to cook, got a baby to learn how to change diapers, all of that. We right here with a G.I. Joe trying to take us 30 years to catch up.
Let them boys play with dolls.
No, we ain't doing that now. Don't you do that.
That's what you just said.
That ain't what I said.
Keeping it moving. Sisters United by Love says that's good. Sometimes just hearing someone else dealing with what you're yeah. And sorry.
See what you're going through is helpful. Yeah.
Gotcha. You're on your iPad.
Exercising.
Meditation.
Meditation, mama. Come on here.
That is it. Mindfulness. I just posted about this the other day. How many people practice mindfulness? Just being in the now, just noticing your breath. 10 minutes a day, if that's
noticing your breath.
Noticing your breath.
So let me give you a little exercise that I learned that is really good. Breathing in through your nose. In through your nose. I learned this from a guy who's a therapist in one of these clubhouse rooms that I was in, and he was talking about how whenever the body is in a fight or flight situation, all breathing takes place through the mouth. Any type of fight or flight, fear, stress, exertion, high tense emotion, always through the mouth. Calmness is always done naturally through the nose. He says, breathe in and out. And they call it a 4-count, 4-second, 4-count thing.
4 in.
4 in and 4 out. That's exactly right. And just deep ones. Fill the lungs, deep ones. And he said it is just the wonders that it does neurologically and for the chemistry within your body. So that's a good one.
Yes.
Meditation is vitally important. Meditation makes you spend time with you.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You can then spend time with focusing on what you're thinking. Do you know I learned something else new?
What?
This was pretty good. I learned that we don't operate out of our conscious mind, believe it or not.
So.
We do everything subconsciously we are never thinking about what we're doing. We're just doing it. So our subconscious mind, we're actually living out our subconscious mind, and we actually make decisions out of our subconscious mind, and then we use our conscious mind to either validate it or decide against it. I said, now that's good. I didn't know that. That's very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what she just said, being in the now, means consciously paying attention, not your subconscious mind. You ever I drove home one time, Cherry. I don't know about you. I drove home one time, y'all. I don't even know how I got home.
I do that a lot.
I don't even know how I got home. I don't even remember passing.
I used to do that
certain.
a lot. Yeah, I'm like,
I don't like. When did I get here? That means
sometimes I shake myself out of it and be like, I went from there to there, and I don't think
don't
I
even paid no.
Seen the road.
But that's because our subconscious mind is on autopilot, and it's important that your conscious mind is making the decision and experiencing life now, consciously paying attention, consciously feeling. She loves back scratches and rubs and stuff. Making your conscious mind pay attention to the breath,
the body,
what the body's doing.
You know, something as simple as you're in the shower, feel
the water,
heat, the water on your body.
Yeah.
Breathing, how the steam feels coming into your nose, and how you feel the water trickling down your back. Pay attention to the now.
Yeah. We don't do it. We don't do it enough.
Kia, come on through here,
What's
sister girl.
What's his name?
I recommend a massage at least once or twice a month.
Yeah, now you own something there now.
Took my son recently after feeling down, and he came out feeling brand new. Now the crazy thing is, Matthew wants he likes getting a pedicure. He was like, it feels good, somebody massaging your feet.
Like the way it feels.
Like the way it feels. Stimulation, physical stimulation.
Paying attention to.
Yeah.
Now, massage is definitely one of those things. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And the crazy thing is, you could get massages all the time, but we don't. We treat massage like it's a special occasion.
Right.
When it's health related.
I was getting them.
You were constantly getting, but
twice a month.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks. Crystal Nelson says our immunity and emotions lie in the gut. Yeah.
I said it, Crystal. Something with that stomach. Come on here.
And Sisters United by Love affirmations. I love that. I just did an affirmation on my Facebook page the other day. You may not be in the mental place where you want to be.
Say one.
Say it.
Say it. Yeah.
Say where you
Speak
want to
where
be.
You want to be.
Say where you desire to be.
Right.
And you'll get there.
There's something about words going out of our mouths and back into our ears.
There's
something about that. And like I say, you go to counseling, a therapist, if you go to a therapist or a counselor and they do all the talking, you're not going to leave any different.
Right.
They're going to get you to do the talking. Why? Because what you say goes back into your ears.
Mm-hmm.
And many times the answer is already in us. We just got to talk it out.
Yep.
So this has been great, man.
This has been great.
This
Thank
has been
you.
great.
Thank you for your comments and your input, for your dialogue. We appreciate it.
You see the number up there, 1-800-273-8255. suicide prevention hotline. I have enjoyed this show on tonight.
Yes, thoroughly.
We will get maybe one or maybe even two, and we say that, but
we're going to
make it happen. And we're gonna go ahead and say that will be for next week's show. I don't know where everybody's at tonight, but thank y'all for the people who did tune in live with us tonight and rocked out with us tonight. You guys make this thing happen every single week with us, and we are grateful for it. I think I am gonna give a last minute
nugget.
Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. So this is EC's Nugget, sponsored by Chick-fil-A. It's not Chick-fil-A yet, but she just said affirmation. Speak what you want. I just spoke. EC's Nuggets will be sponsored by Chick-fil-A, coming to you real soon. So EC's Nugget. Hey guys, listen. God has given us this life to experience it, not to control it. And many times things have been handed to us that makes it difficult for us to experience it. And so what we do is we look for things to help us deal with life. We were never sent here to have to deal with life. We were sent here to experience it and enjoy it. He said, I give you life and I'll give it to you more abundantly. That's the hope and the prayer for all of us. But the truth of the matter is, many of us have gone through things that psychologically we've never been able to get beyond or get past. What we have the tendency to do is to take them and put them in a proverbial closet deep down in our hearts, deep down in our minds, deep down in our subconscious, and say, okay, I got over it. I learned how to figure out how to get past it. But the truth is, it's still there. And all it takes is the right trigger or the right situation or the right circumstance or the right thought. And next thing you know, we're reliving or we're dealing with that trauma all over again. We don't know it. We think it's normal. We have been really good at figuring out how to survive. We're survivalists. We figure out how to make the best out of every bad situation. Sometimes that's what we need to get through it. But after we've gotten through it, sometimes we need to go back and still deal with it so it's no longer a part of us. I pray that every individual that has tuned in tonight becomes well mentally, because this is where life is lived. 100% of your life is lived between your two ears. God bless y'all. I love y'all. My wife have given me the sign that it's time for me to go. Oh, what? Oh, hit the thumb up. I'm sorry. Hit the thumb up button. We always forget to tell y'all. Please hit the like button if you liked the video. Even if you didn't like the video, hit the down like. Just hit the button, because that helps the algorithm push, YouTube's algorithm push us to be seen. So please hit the like button, or either the not like, whatever, dislike, just hit one of the buttons. Until next week, y'all stay lit. We love y'all. Don't forget to support LiT Team. Go to the Cash App. Support whatever God put on your heart. All right, next week. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in to the LiT TV show with EC Weston. Don't miss next week's webisode. Same time, same bad channel. Hey, we're viewer supported, so don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Edward Weston, our Instagram, E-C Weston, and our Facebook, E-C Weston. Also, let us know what you'd like us to talk about on upcoming shows. Wait. Stop the music. I almost forgot the most important thing. We need LiT team members. If you'd like to help keep this show going, join the LiT team by donating $20 or more via Cash App at $LiT TV show. And we'll recognize you live on next week's show. Okay, bring the music back. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. Be sure to tune in, because you won't want to miss it. And until then, stay lit, my friends.